Just because it's a great company doesn't mean I should own it. Because I'm a mom of three and a breadwinner building a 60 million peso portfolio. And I think that's one of the investing lessons we as breadwinners need to always remember. Because some of the most exciting companies in the world are completely wrong for a breadwinner's portfolio. I'll give you a little more context. So, when people talk about investing, they would usually ask, what stock should I buy? I think that's the wrong question. The better question is, what job do I need this investment to perform? What is the goal of this investment portfolio you are building? And if it doesn't fit the goal, you simply don't buy it. As a breadwinner, my portfolio has responsibilities: tuition, household expenses, family goals, future retirement. A highly speculative investment that looks exciting right now might become worth 10 times more someday. Yes, but someday doesn't pay next year's bills. My wealth engine prioritizes assets that help strengthen the system today while still growing tomorrow. So I need cash flow, not excitement. Lesson number two: a great company can still be the wrong investment. This is where many investors get stuck. They fall in love with the story, the technology, the founder, the vision. But investing isn't a popularity contest. Sometimes it can be, but not all the time. Actually, I remember the time that I was investing in Tesla. I had to follow Elon on X because whatever he says affects the price of the stock. So I have to be able to react quickly. It was so stressful doing that, and I realized it was not for me. And it definitely does not fit the new portfolio I am building. A company can be amazing and still be completely problematic for your goals. Risk tolerance and timeline. Those are two different conversations. Lesson number three is your portfolio has a job description. So if you've been following me or at least have watched some of my videos, you will realize that every peso in our system has an assignment. Some money protects the household, the buffer fund, system recovery fund. Some money buys your future freedom, which is our cash reserves. Some money funds experiences, that's our pockets of joy protocol. Some money compounds for decades, our wealth engine. When I evaluate an investment, I ask one simple question: what role does this play inside the system? If I can't answer that clearly, I don't buy it. It makes my life easy, my anxiety at bay, and my stress levels at the low. This keeps me focused and it strips down the investment in order for me to understand before I get victimized by the hype. Lastly, a lot of investors want moonshots before they have foundations. I prefer the opposite. Emergency funds first, protection layers first, long-term investing first. Then, if I want to take a calculated risk, remember, it's a calculated risk. I can do it from a position of strength, not desperation. In our 60 million peso by 60 journey, wealth isn't built by chasing every opportunity. It's built by consistently funding the opportunities that actually fit our blueprint. I actually try to post my actual buys on my stories whenever I do them. Like yesterday, I bought $100 of BOAA. So if you're interested in financial literacy, investing, breadwinner life, family finance, and building wealth with purpose, follow along. I cannot promise you exciting posts or updates, but I guarantee that what I am working on is a real project for my children to actually learn from. And I hope it helps you too. The goal of my portfolio isn't owning the most exciting investments. What I have are actually boring because my goal is building a life that works. And sometimes the most boring investment decisions create the strongest futures. And that's the update for today, group mates. See you on the next one.